Joseph, do you know what time it is?
It's quarter 3.
Time for Robert O'Neill's Corner 3.
Huh? What just happened?
You play it again? Here we go, Joseph. Let's play it one more time. The intro.
His three-pointer, bang!
Jeremy, I have been on this show for 14 months. I've never had a musical intro. I've never had a sound clip intro of Mike Breen saying bang. I've never had visuals.
You've had visuals, Joseph.
Not like that. The man's got his own logo. Granted, it is what it is, but what are we doing? Jeremy, a week ago, you didn't want him on the show ever again. You said he killed the territory. Twitch numbers were down. Everyone was upset. I was getting heat in the Fightful territory. They said, why did you book him? I said, I know he can't work, but he can draw. Nick, I come back. I log off. I log back on. Jeremy says, he's got a new segment on the show every single week. I said, what's going on here? He said, now here's a logo. Here's Mike Breen. What's happening?
I made this logo, and I was very proud of the low effort that I put into it. And last night at like 2 a.m., I thought I can clip Mike Breen saying bang and then do it as like a little mini intro.
Do it again.
I was so proud of this. Do you know what the actual clip is for this? I'll play it again. Here we go.
His three-pointer, bang!
Is it the famous Steph Curry one? No, that's like Against the Thunder. You wouldn't do that. I don't know. No.
It's Ray Allen's Corner 3.
Oh, of course. The Heat. Right, yeah. I was listening to me like, yeah, that's tremendous. That's extraordinary. I can't believe we're doing this for Robert O'Neill. Here we go.
Here we go, everybody. Robert O'Neill is here. Hello, Robert O'Neill.
What's up, guys?
Robert O'Neill, you got 3 minutes. You are here to review Young Rock, the pilot episode. Your time starts now.
Yeah, so let me just say I expected to not like this show very much, but it grew on me over the course of a half hour. A lot of people have been wondering what was The Rock like when he was a child. You go down the street, everyone asks you that, you hear it all the time. So, NBC is kind of letting us take a little bit of a look at that, and I appreciate that. So this pilot episode is called Working the Gimmick. So we start off in 2032 where The Rock is telling Randall Park kind of all about his life because he's running for president, which probably something that's going to happen at some point. So we go back to Rocky Johnson having a match, back in the day, and Young Rock is like, "Oh, my dad is so over. The crowd loves him." That's a little bit of an inside wrestling term for you there, over. So, we finish a match, and Rocky Johnson's like, "Hey, you have to work your gimmick. If you work your gimmick hard enough, it becomes real." And that's something that a lot of wrestlers have found out over the years. So we go to Young Rock's grandmother's house, and, Junkyard Dog and Alpha and Sika and Andre the Giant are all hanging out over there. I thought that was pretty cool. And, Alpha and Sika being there gives me hope that we will see young Roman Reigns at some point. Kind of the Young Rock extended universe here. So, The Rock is like, "Oh, wrestling has so many rules, it's all fake anyway." So Andre the Giant gets up and picks him up, and he's like, "Hey, man, cut the shit." And I thought that was pretty cool. So, Rocky Johnson was going to take Young Rock for ice cream, but he couldn't go because Andre the Giant is investing in a tiki bar. Rocky Johnson had to go check that out. So then we flash forward a little bit, and he's a little bit older now, and he's like, "I'm going to high school in Pennsylvania. I need a car." So he buys a car, and it ends up having like a homeless guy living in it. This is the part where it gets kind of weird. So there's this guy living in the car, and The Rock's going to a party with his friend because he's trying to impress this girl. But the homeless guy's like, "Hey, man, I used to be like you. You have to have your priorities in order." So he leaves the party and goes to pick up his mom instead. And then this guy like dies in the car. So that was weird. So then we jump one more time where he gets a little bit older again. So we're in 1990 now, and he's in Miami playing football. And we get Ed Orgeron, perfectly casted. I don't know. You guys know Ed Orgeron. He's got a very distinct voice. I think they nailed it. And as it turns out, Rocky Johnson was there earlier in the day, kind of putting The Rock over to the whole team. So he's got this high expectation already. They're like, "Oh, you're going to be on a Wheaties box. Your dad told us." So Rock calls his dad, and he's like, "Hey, man, why'd you do that? Also, why didn't you stay and see me?" And he's like, "Oh, I didn't need to. I propped you up."
That has been Robert O'Neill's corner three.
His three-pointer. Bang!